Hello, welcome to my new video. I just filmed another video, but that didn't really take me a lot of time and I was like, I want to film another one. So I pulled out my YouTube video plans list and I scrolled through it and I found an idea that I wrote down I think months ago. Basically what I'm gonna do is, as some of you might know, I was living in the United States for a year and I was working as an au pair. When I moved to the United States, I wrote a bucket list for my year in America, and I haven't looked at my America bucket list ever since I wrote it or ever since I came back, which is already 2 years ago. So I thought, because this channel started out as my au pair diary, I thought why not take a look at my bucket list that I wrote in summer of 2015 and compare what I wrote down to the stuff that I actually did there. I hope that makes sense to you. Oh, and I was living in Pennsylvania, in case you were wondering. I really love this shirt. It's like the only thing I ever bought at Walmart, I think. But I really like it and I still wear it quite a lot. Cut off the sleeves from the t-shirt, as I do with most of my t-shirts. DIY hack! Let's take a look at the list. Oh gosh, I don't know what's on there. Okay, and go. So the first thing on the list is Philly. That makes a lot of sense because, as I said, I was living in Pennsylvania and I was living 1 hour away from Philadelphia. So Philadelphia was like the closest really big city to where I live. I think I didn't really go there that many times because New York City was also pretty close and New York City is more exciting than Philadelphia. But still, nevertheless, Philadelphia is a very cool city and I can cross that off my list now. What do you want? Also, I zoomed in so I can only see one thing on my list, so it's gonna be very exciting to read the next thing, okay? Tennessee! Yeah, I also did that. When my mom came to visit me, we went on a road trip and we rented a car in Philadelphia and then we drove to Washington DC and we stayed there for a night, and then we were driving through Virginia and we visited some places in Virginia, and then we went to Nashville and Memphis in Tennessee. And I loved Tennessee so much. Memphis and Nashville are two such cool cities because of all the musical influence and all that stuff, so that was very exciting. And I've always wanted to go to Nashville, so that was just really cool. I enjoyed Tennessee a lot. The next thing on this list is Chicago. Yes, I also did that. I went to Chicago with two of my friends over a weekend in December. It was super cold, but still, Chicago is such an amazing city. I think Chicago is my favorite, or at least in my top 3 US cities. It's just an incredibly beautiful city, and even though it was so cold and we were freezing to death, we had an amazing time. Next thing, LA! Yeah, I also went to LA. Oh, this whole video is just me bragging about all the cities that I visited. No, yeah, I visited LA in my travel month. So after I worked for 12 months in Pennsylvania, I went on a road trip for 3 weeks with my friend Tammy, and we rented a car and we were driving along the West Coast and in the desert and Grand Canyon and Las Vegas and all that stuff. So on that trip we also visited LA, and I did enjoy LA, but also it was the last city that we visited on our road trip and we were so exhausted, so we didn't really do that much in LA. I think my favorite part was the Warner Bros. Studios tour. That was really cool, and the beach in Santa Monica, but Santa Monica isn't really LA, even though many people believe that it belongs to LA. It's its own city. Okay, next one. San Diego. Yes! Why did I just say that? San Diego, I also visited when we did the West Coast road trip, and San Diego is also one of my absolute favorite cities of the United States. I think I even liked San Diego more than Los Angeles. Yes, LA is more exciting and there's more touristy stuff, but I think I even liked San Diego more because the people were so nice and so beautiful, and you have the beach, and it's a very big city, but it's not as stressful and people are not as much in a hurry as, for example, in New York. These two things mixed together was just incredible. And yeah, I really enjoyed being in San Diego. The next thing, Las Vegas. Yeah, did that too, as I said, on our road trip. I think from all the places that we visited on the road trip, I think it was my least favorite city, at least from the 4 big cities that we visited, Los Angeles, San Diego, San Francisco, and Las Vegas. Yes, it's really exciting, and the strip is insane and kind of beautiful, but also just like so crazy, and it didn't really feel like a real city to me when I was there. It felt like I was on a movie set, and I've never experienced that feeling in any other city, and that was very weird. Also, it was super hot. Like, we did our road trip in July and August, so it was in the middle of summer. It was extremely hot, so we basically spent the whole day in our Airbnb in Las Vegas, and then always left the room when the sun was gone, because otherwise we couldn't step a foot outside of our apartment without almost dying. And at night it was still so hot. Also, I wasn't 21, so maybe it's more exciting if you're 21. Okay, the next thing, San Francisco. Yeah, as I said, I went to San Francisco also on the road trip, and I really liked it there. It's just a very beautiful city. It's one of those cities where you can just walk around for hours or for days, and every street and every corner is just very beautiful. So that was cool. And also the Golden Gate Bridge with the fog, and I don't know, it just, San Francisco was just very cool because it is really like you imagine San Francisco to be. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed San Francisco a lot. The next thing is Hawaii, and no, that's the first thing on the list that I didn't manage to do. Was that a sentence? Tammy and I actually wanted to go to Hawaii while we were on our road trip on the West Coast. Sometimes I regret that we didn't go there, but then it just didn't feel right, kind of, because as I said, Los Angeles was the last city that we visited, and we were already so exhausted from being on the road the whole time and just seeing so many new places. So I think I couldn't have enjoyed Hawaii as much as I would if I go there now and only visit Hawaii. So yeah, I will save that trip for another time. Next thing, Toronto. No, I didn't go there either. I think I said that in my very first video on this channel, that I actually wanted to move to Canada for a year. Then I didn't really find the right agency, and then I wanted to go to New Zealand and do work and travel there, but then I was like, okay, that's too far away. And then I wanted to go to Australia, but I think as Austrians you're not allowed to work in Australia, and I didn't want to go somewhere in Europe, so the United States were actually like the last place on my list of places that I wanted to go to for a year. Thinking back, I wouldn't want to have spent this year somewhere else. Still, Canada. I've always been a huge fan of Canada, and I don't even know why. I really wanted to visit Toronto, but I didn't. The next thing, Montreal. Same thing, I didn't visit Montreal. Next thing, Niagara Falls. Nope, didn't do that. Next thing, football game. Did I ever go to a football game? I don't think I ever went to a football game. Why not? That's so weird. Okay, next thing, baseball game. I went to a baseball game once. The baseball game was a lot of fun. It's really like in movies. Which team did I watch? What is it called? Iron Pigs? Allentown Iron Pigs? Oh, Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. Next one. Ice hockey game. Yeah, I also watched an ice hockey game. I went there with Tammy and Bella and Bella's host family, and we saw Flyers at the Philly team. We saw, oh my gosh, Phantoms? Was it the Phantoms? Okay, I want to look that up too. Yeah, Phantoms. The next thing is scrapbook. Yes, yes, I made a scrapbook, but only from the first half of my year there. I already bought the scrapbook for the second half there, and I have so many stickers and all that stuff left, but I never really had the time to do the second scrapbook, which is really sad because my first scrapbook is one of the few things that I created that I'm very proud of. I love it so much, and I still take a look at it pretty often. So yeah, I'm kind of sad that I never did a second one, but yeah, the first one I really love, and so I can kind of tick that off of my list. Okay, next one. Videos. I think what I meant by videos is YouTube. I started my YouTube channel because I wanted a place where I can share my experiences and my memories. I was pretty active in my year abroad. This is also where my name comes from, Simi Overseas, because my name is Simi and I went overseas to the United States. So yeah, this whole channel wouldn't be what it is right now if it wasn't for my year abroad. So yeah, can tick that off that list. Next thing. Video for the family. What I meant by that is a video for my host family, kind of like a thank you goodbye present when I leave. I didn't do that. As a thank you goodbye present, I made them a scrapbook and I think they really liked it. So yeah, next one. Washington DC, yep, I went to Washington DC twice. I even went there twice. When I first went there, it was December and I didn't really like it. I went there with Bella and everything was just gray and ugly and I don't know. We were so disappointed in that city, especially because it's the capital of the United States. The best thing about Washington DC are the museums. We spent a lot of time in museums and they were amazing, but other than that, I wasn't a huge fan of Washington DC, and I thought, okay, been there, done that, I don't really want to go there ever again because I really didn't like it that much. But then I went there again with my mom when we went on the road trip, and that was in spring sometime, and I actually really liked Washington DC when I visited again in spring because everything was green and the flowers were blooming, is that the word? Yeah, it was a lot prettier than when I went there in December. So now I'm even glad that I went there again because now I have another impression of it, which is a lot better than my first impression was. Next one, Boston. Yep, I also went to Boston. Wow, it's amazing how much I can tick off that list. My best friend from home was working as an au pair at the same time that I was in the United States, and she was living in Massachusetts. On one weekend I went to Boston and visited her. I really like Boston. You can do quite a lot and there are many young people there because of the university. It's a fun city and very beautiful as well, so like Boston. Okay, the next thing is just road trip. And yeah, I did 2 road trips on my year in the United States and both of them were amazing. So, yep. Next one. Miami. No, I didn't go there. Yeah, I thought about going to Miami quite a lot. I've looked for so many flights, but I never really did it. And I'm sure that I will visit Miami or more places in Florida sometime in the future. So it's fine, I can live with that. Next one, Disneyland / Disney World. Nope, didn't do that either. It's just too expensive. And I'm pretty sure that when I have kids in sometime in the future that I will be able to go to Disneyland or Disney World with them. So yeah. The next thing is so ridiculous. Buy new Ugg boots. Oh gosh, why? But I didn't buy them. Next one. Oh no. Live at least a bit healthy. Did I tell you that I gained 20 pounds while I was in the United States? So, oh, that's actually the last thing on the list. Yeah, well, I did go to the gym quite often there. My day always started out to be pretty healthy because I ate like oatmeal and berries, and then right afterwards I went to the gym and worked out. But then right after the gym, my friends and I would always go to Dunkin' Donuts because there was a Dunkin' Donuts right beside the gym. So yeah, at around 11 a.m. or noon, my day started to get less and less healthy, and we would go out for dinner, I don't know, like 5 times a week, and we would always go to Red Robin or Applebee's or Fridays, and eat burger and all that stuff, and then we would always go to Menchie's and eat frozen yogurt afterwards. So my calorie intake was insane. I just ate so much and I ate so much crap, so I gained 20 pounds and I haven't lost it ever since. So yay, that's a fun story to end this video with. It seems like I was able to do a lot of stuff that I wanted, which is really cool. Wow, I get so sentimental thinking and talking about my year in the United States. It was honestly one of the best years in my life. It was for sure the most exciting one of my life and the most eventful one. I think that was it with the video. If you have any questions about my year abroad, then you can ask me, of course. And also I did a semester abroad in Belgium just like recently, like half a year ago. So if you have any questions about doing a semester abroad, you can also ask me. This video is already very long, so thank you for staying here with me. Yeah, if you've actually made it this far, please subscribe to my channel. You can do that here on that bubble. It would mean the world to me if you would subscribe to my channel and stick around. And I really hope to see you very, very soon in another video at another time. Goodbye, people. Have a nice day. I've never kissed you. Oh gosh, what is this?